You may not know the name Herb Allen, but if you don't, you should. And you need to know that if you cast a vote for Ringwood Kids Matter or the Republican Council slate of Rubacky, Noonan, and Auteri, you are casting a vote for Herb Allen. Over the next 3 episodes, we're going to tell you why that is a disaster for Ringwood.
Now we have told you about the hateful, vile, sexist post shared publicly by Herb Allen, the write-in candidate for Lakeland Board of Ed. And we told you about how he is campaigning and is on the signage with the Ringwood Kids Matter ticket running for Ringwood Board of Education. When we tell you that if you cast a vote for the Republican Council slate of Paul Rubacky, Sean Noonan, or Frank Auteri, you are casting a vote for Herb Allen. To bring you up to speed on why we're talking about Herb Allen, here is a recap of some of his worst posts and views presented from his Facebook page.
Islamophobia, a bullshit term invented to vilify and silence anyone being honest about mankind's most violent supremacist culture. With the USA so divided, I'm just glad to be on the side that believes in God, has the most guns, and knows which restroom to use. Free the great American patriots from the January 6th corrupt lies. I got rid of all the libtards. They wanted facts and they couldn't take the facts. Joe Biden sucks, and so do the people that voted for him. Brain dead. It's time we stand up to the 1%. Take back our schools from the left-wing loons. How gender studies were done back in the 80s.
We went into detail about these in a previous episode, so we invite you to listen if you haven't yet. The link to that discussion is in the description of this episode. You might be wondering how Herb Allen is connected to the Republican candidates for Ringwood Borough Council. While you are wondering that, you might also wonder how he is also connected to the current mayor, deputy mayor, and the party of all the current members of Ringwood Borough Council.
Herb Allen is the president of the Ringwood Regular Republican Club, also known as Ringwood United, among other names. But you may recognize a few other names who serve in leadership positions in the Republican Party of Ringwood, as stated on their website. Ringwood Mayor and Council member Jamie Landis is the vice president, and Deputy Mayor Michelle Kerr is the recording secretary. Ringwood Board of Education member Pat Diamond is the sergeant at arms for the club as well.
You see, the council is currently made up entirely of Republicans. And seeing as how our own mayor and deputy mayor serve in leadership positions with Mr. Allen, it would not be unreasonable to ask, do they share Mr. Allen's beliefs? Do they not condemn his hateful, divisive posts? How could the town Republicans appoint or support anyone who openly posts these kind of hateful things for anyone to see?
Sure, as a private citizen, Mr. Allen, the mayor, candidates for council, you or I, or any one of us in Ringwood have the right to have our beliefs and biases and share them in any forum we choose.
The Ringwood Regular Republican Club does not have their bylaws online, but the presidency, presumably, is voted on by the membership. And multiple members are Facebook friends with Mr. Allen, and so they have seen the type of things that he posts on his public Facebook page. I do not think it is a radical position to say that none of us would want to be in a club that was run by somebody with any discriminatory beliefs, let alone someone so open and out front with them.
And none of those running for either office have condemned his views. So either they agree with him, they're okay with them, or they think that they just simply don't matter. None of those options are remotely acceptable for someone in public office.
In fact, earlier this election season, many of us in Ringwood received the following text message providing endorsements of these unified candidates, and that blended support and lack of denial for the vile hate of Mr. Allen cannot be ignored.
It comes down to this. Anything we showed you makes you say, oh my god, I had no idea, or holy crap, I can't vote for that, or it simply made you uncomfortable to see or read it or hear it for the first time. You are not alone. Why? Because it was unexpected to see this openly being shared by Mr. Allen about all of us or any of us who live in Ringwood. Look, you aren't alone, and maybe these episodes give you something to think about, or even share on your own feeds to keep the conversation going. It certainly opened our eyes.
On Election Day, you need to know that if you cast a vote for the Republican Council slate of Paul Rubacky, Sean Noonan, or Frank Auteri, or the Ringwood Kids Matter candidates of Melissa Zepponi-Kearney, Michael Echols, or Dr. Mike Benetatos, or even Herb Allen, then you are casting a vote for the vile, divisive hate that he has publicly shared and this town has allowed to grow silently in Ringwood for far too long.